Teacher talking sports, what it does, what it do, how we living. The AFC is stacked, ladies and gentlemen. The AFC is absolutely stacked. Another blockbuster deal today. Seeing wide receiver Tyreek Hill join the Miami Dolphins. Seven teams in each conference will make the playoffs. How do you pick seven teams out of the AFC? Let's get into it. This article was CBS Sports, Jeff Kerr ranking every AFC team after first wave of NFL free agency. Chiefs take slight drop with Tyreek Hill trade. Chiefs lose their biggest playmaker but are still contenders in the AFC. Let's get into it. So, top the list, he has the Buffalo Bills, which I tend to agree. Maybe they're battle tested after two straight heartbreaking postseason losses to the Kansas City Chiefs, adding Von Miller to an already imposing defense. We'll be getting Tre'Davious White back. Was not able to play in the playoffs. Did add Jamison Crowder. So that Duke Johnson, third down back. Cincinnati Bengals, what's been their weakness since making the Super Bowl? Their Super Bowl season. Offensive line, and they've added three: Alex Kappa, Ted Karras, and Leo Collins. So Joe Burrow should have better protection. None of these guys are all pro, but they should still be upgraded in that area. Plus, with the NFL draft still coming, they could add to that. Kansas City Chiefs, they still have third, and I'm going to say, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, of course, Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes, but they just traded Tyreek Hill, yes, for 5 draft picks, but none of those 5 draft picks, I think, three of them, or 3 or 4 of them are for this year. None of them are going to equal Tyreek Hill's presence on the team. They're also likely to lose Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, signing Justin Reed to take his place. Juju hasn't really been good in 3 years, still just 25 years old. Then let's see, we got the Chargers fourth. So Chargers did not make the playoffs last season. They definitely upgraded their defense, which was their weakness. J.C. Jackson, the ball hawk cornerback. Khalil Mack, huge trade getting him to the Chargers. Gerald Everett gives Justin Herbert another passing option. Tennessee Titans fifth. I don't know. I really don't. I know they were the number 1 seed last year, but they did get Robert Woods. Julio Jones just did not pan out for them, was hurt most of the year, and has since been cut. Got really no production from the tight end position, added Austin Hooper, and hopefully we'll have Derrick Henry the whole year. Sixth, the Ravens. The Ravens were so injury prone last season. We'll be getting, as mentioned here, Lamar Jackson, J.K. Dobbins, and Gus Edwards back. Ronnie Stanley was hurt much of last year as well. Marlon Humphrey, Marcus Peters, so many guys that were injured. Seventh, so according to this writer from CBS Sports, if you had to pick now, the Denver Broncos would be the last AFC team in the playoffs. Of course, the huge deal getting Russell Wilson and stealing Randy Gregory away from the Dallas Cowboys. Javonte Williams, Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, Tim Patrick, KJ Hamler. So Russell Wilson's got a bunch of guys that throw the ball to. None of them were great last year. A couple of them signed extensions, but Teddy Bridgewater could not provide him with excellent numbers. Miami Dolphins, yes, is the first team out of the postseason, even after trading for Tyreek Hill. Terran Armstead, huge deal. Best offensive lineman on the market, likely, even though he has had his injury issues. Running game should also be much better after the signings of Chase Edmonds and Raheem Mostert. Las Vegas Raiders, who made the postseason last year, added Devontae Adams, arguably the best receiver in the game, stud edge pass rusher in Chandler Jones. But with the AFC the way it is, will the Raiders get in? Colts substitute Carson Wentz for Matt Ryan at quarterback. Will that be enough to get them in? I mean, they seem to have a good roster. Carson Wentz struggled the last 2 games. They couldn't get in the playoffs. Placing him with Matt Ryan, but this writer does not think they get in. The Cleveland Browns, I mean, hard to rank them because Deshaun Watson has a suspension looming over his head, potentially. So if he has to miss games, they did get a quarterback. They traded for, I'm gonna think of it, but they did get Amari Cooper. He will take the place as the number one. Oh, Jacoby Brissett. I knew I'd remember it. So Amari Cooper will take the place of Jarvis Landry, who has been released. Browns still have Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. Jadeveon Clowney, if he could come back, would be huge. Steelers, who were able to sneak in the playoffs last year. Mitchell Trubisky looks like he will be the starting quarterback. Maybe they draft a quarterback that starts sometime this season. We shall see. New England Patriots, also a team who made the postseason last year. They got them 13th. 13th, so not even close to making the playoffs. They did seem to take a step backwards, though, losing J.C. Jackson, trading Shaq Mason. So it'll be interesting. Can Mac Jones improve on his rookie year? Jacksonville Jaguars, who spent a ton of money in free agency. A lot of people believe they overpaid on Christian Kirk, overpaid on Zay Jones. Some people may say they overpaid on Brandon Scherf. Evan Ingram, I'm a Giants fan. He was a huge disappointment, but he does have talent. Can Trevor Lawrence make that sophomore leap that Joe Burrow made this past season? The Jets also improved this offseason. Got no production from their tight end position last year, and now they got CJ Uzomah and Tyler Conklin, Laken Tomlinson, maybe behind Brandon Scherf as the best guard in free agency. And the Houston Texans last, I kind of agree with that. We'll see if Davis Mills can continue the play that he showed at the end of last season. So, I mean, how do you pick 7 teams there to make the postseason? Let me know in the comments who you believe this writer may have put too high. Do you think the Chiefs drop even lower than 3rd now that Tyreek Hill is gone? I mean, can you count on Juju? Kelsey still was great last year, but he did seem to slow down a bit. And McCole Hardman, I don't know if he could fully be counted on to be a number 1 or number 2. Do you believe the Bills are the best team in the AFC? For now, there's still free agency. There's still more free agency. There's still the draft. Still other trades that could go on. It's not like those Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill trades were speculated for months. They kind of just happened. Let me know in the comments, though, what you think about the AFC and how it's going to shape up. Don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video. Share the video. Hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.